one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2-3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
You view this season as a failure?
Oh my God. Okay, because I'm not that up. You asked me the same question last year, Eric. Okay. Do you get the promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Yes or no? No. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion, to be able to take care of your family, to be able, I don't know, provide the house for them or take care of your parents. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know, there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado,
Free smoke.
look, scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much or how you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under Slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop a million songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our block, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like in my head, if you done seen that meme, every time I think to myself, like, you know, it's probably, the Grizzlies probably get a lot of questions. Like, bro, what y'all gonna do to, you know, fix this John Morant issue? You know, what are y'all gonna do about John? And I in my head, I just feel like they play that, we deny the capacity. You know what I'm saying? The crying African, when he talking about not having the capacity. That's how we felt watching them Warriors get smoked. We deny the capacity. That's what Steve Kerr was telling Steph. Like, I'm sorry, my guy. Clay ain't show up. You know what I'm saying? I tried to tell y'all about this, bro. This is why I like Jason Tiff, because me and him was on the same page with the Clay. I kept hearing everybody talk about Game 6 Clay. Game 6 Clay. Bro, it was one thing. Well, it was two things I knew for certain going into them Game 6 and Game 5. Clay was not going to be a factor. Nor was Jordan Poole. Those was two things that I knew for a fact. That's how I know some of y'all don't know ball. You could watch this series and understand Clay didn't have nothing left. He was just, and this was the worst part. And this is why it was so confusing to me that people kept trying to rock with Clay so heavy. Clay was missing wide open shots. Like, this wasn't even Clay just taking a lot of terrible shots and missing them. Yeah, he missed some of the heat check type shots that he take. Clay was just missing wide open shots. Couldn't hit a mid-range shot. Couldn't take anybody off the dribble. Clay was literally not even Klay Thompson at this point. And some reason people kept thinking that just Game 6 Clay was going to miraculously happen. if you couldn't see in that series that was going to be the only scoring option that was reliable was Steph, and the only other true help in that series would be Looney based off of if they had him on the floor long enough to rebound the ball, and Draymond Green, I don't know what you was looking at, but we're not here to talk about none of that. We're here to talk about Ja Morant. Why, Ja? Why, Ja? Ja. Why, Ja? Why? What's up with Buddy, man? What's up with Ja? Hey, shout out to the people who follow athletes and celebrities' whole lives around. And, you know, they so in tune with every single thing that a celebrity do to where when you see these type of things that affect you in a serious way, you're a weirdo. But what I would like to say about the situation is, Ja Morant, you're starting to show me that you're a generational idiot. Like, I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you, my guy? I don't understand it at this point, bro. Like, bro, you are, for one, let me address this first, because I just know it's a lot of people out there who believe themselves to be deep thinkers, woke in a sense, who believe themselves to be critical thinkers. That's what I call it. You are not. I know it's going to be people out there who say, well, Ja Morant didn't break no law. I really pray for people like you, because you are the problem. When you see somebody do something wrong, when you understand the context of which it is and why it's wrong in said context, but you immediately run to try to defend said action. I just think that's insane. But to those people who look and say, well, you know, there's nothing wrong with him brandishing weapons and yada, yada, yada. You're absolutely right. You're also absolutely stupid. When especially, and I hated that people try to have it both ways. But listen, I understand people are going to try to bring race into this also. And race play a huge part in gun laws. Don't get it twisted. However, critical thinking is not trying to combine all these issues when they have nothing to do with one another at this said time. The gun laws and the racism within the portrayal of brandishing weapons. Like, I see pictures all the time of white people brandishing weapons, and I never hear nobody say nothing about it. White dudes going to schools and shoot them shits up and kill hundreds of people all the time, and people still don't feel like there should be stricter gun laws. So I get all of that, but that's not this. Ja Morant is in the NBA. Excuse me. Ja Morant is in the NBA. He answers to the people in charge in the NBA. This is a completely different thing. This is as if I go to my job. I work at FedEx. If I go to FedEx and I walk in and FedEx see photos of me online brandishing weapons, I don't have to be shooting nobody. Just me and a whole bunch of dudes brandishing weapons. You think they're gonna be cool with that? Or your job? Me walking, posting, let's say Ja Morant. Matter of fact, let's keep it with Ja Morant. If Ja Morant, since everybody want to use this dumbass excuse, oh, well, he didn't do nothing illegal. If Ja Morant was posting himself fucking somebody online, that ain't illegal either. If him and that other person had a consent. But do you think the NBA gonna be cool with that? Ja Morant can go out here and, he could post a video of him and two kids just sitting on the bench cursing left and right. There's nothing illegal about him and two kids sitting on the bench, him influencing kids to curse. But do you think the NBA would be cool with it? Ja Morant could post a video of him pissing on the sidewalk every other day. It's nothing. Well, no, it's illegal to do that, actually. So don't do that. Public indecency and all those other type of things. Ignore that example. That was a terrible example. That actually is illegal. But it's like it's a lot of things Ja Morant and any other athlete could be doing that's not illegal. But because you represent a bigger company than yourself, they have the right to do this thing called conduct detrimental to the league, which a lot of things can be categorized under. Now that we are past that, what I don't understand about Ja Morant is, why do you want to, like, bro, I just can't understand for the life of me why this is what you want to be portrayed as, bro. Like, why is this? Listen, bro, I'm not finna baby Ja Morant. I think the league do that enough already. The Grizzlies, the league, fans, all that, because the motherfucker jumped real high. I don't get it. You keep babying motherfuckers. You see what happened when you continuously baby people. You see them go down in the bad way instead of just giving them tough love. I'm baffled by it. But I knew this was going to happen. All y'all act surprised. What did you think was going to happen after that fake ass suspension that you gave him? He checked himself into rehab or into some type of counseling crap and only received basically a 2-game suspension because the NBA counted games served already. What did you expect was going to happen? You thought he was going to learn his lesson from that? Like, come on, bro. I told y'all, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Y'all got to pay attention to the little things, man. You just got to pay attention to the little things. John Morant. I don't know John Morant. I never met John Morant a day in my life. But based off of some of his actions and some of the things he say and some of the things he do, I got a pretty good picture of what John Morant is. When John Morant told them he wasn't playing in the dunk contest for absolutely no motherfucking reason other than I'm John Morant. I don't need to play in the dunk contest. That told me everything I need to know about John Morant. Now, some people are like, well, what the fuck did that got to do with anything? It showed me a level of entitlement that is already sat in with John Morant. It showed me a level of entitlement that the young dudes already have. And so when you already given them everything, and when they legitimately fuck up and you don't punish them, what the fuck do y'all think is going to happen? Like, people shocked by this. Nothing that John Morant do shock me, bro. What's shocking to me is nothing that he do. But what do shock me about John Morant is the mentality part. Nothing he do is shocking me at this point. It's his mentality. And because I'm so baffled and shocked by the mentality that it seemed like he have, that's why I'm not shocked by none of the shit he do. I'm more so shocked by the fact that he done decided this is his type of mentality. He is actively working to portray himself as a dude who is a gangster, who run around toting guns. And some people might say, well, he ain't really shown what is a gangster, bro. I don't got time to play this game with you, bro. I don't got this time to play with you. Just say you gonna support John Morant, whatever he do, and move on. You are an enabler. It's just point blank, period. People who try to help John Morant by giving him tough love don't mean they don't like Ja. That don't mean they hating. Some of y'all are so childish, and it's ridiculous to me how childish some of y'all are. Cause it's like some of y'all are around enough people to not be like this. Y'all watch enough movies to not be like this, but you continue to forcibly live in this reality where you choose to be like this. And I don't understand that. However, we're not here to talk about you. When it comes to John Morant, why do you want to be portrayed like this, my guy? I said this before when I talked about John Morant. When I grew up in the hood, it was 2 things that motherfuckers wanted to be: a rapper or a hooper. John Morant is one of those things. You no longer have to live or portray this type of lifestyle. Yet you actively, forcibly. Now, I see people all the time talking about Ja didn't grow up like this and yada, yada. I don't know what the fuck Ja grew up like. I don't know. But what I know is you don't have to be like that now. But you actively seek it out and try to be like this. And I see a lot of people going to his homeboys and like, oh, his homeboy's stupid for putting the camera on him. Bro, John Morant knew that camera was going around, bro. He's stupid for ever having the gun. You don't need it. Like, bro, you're rich. You and your homeboys don't have to be in the car rapping with each other, toting guns. What's fun about that? What do you need that for? You could literally go bowling with your home. See, and that's the thing, though. And it's this youth divide. I always hear when I'm listening to a superstar like Mookie Betts, the face of a franchise, one of the faces of baseball, I always talk about how he's a bowler. He do a lot of bowling activities outside of when he not playing baseball. You listen to them talk about LeBron James and Steph Curry, how they do so much with their kids and how they active in the communities and do all these other. They got so many different projects going on outside of ball. Why can John Morant not find something to do outside of ball other than this shit? That's what's so baffling to me. And you know, kids look up to you. You know how easily influenced kids are by the shit that they see. And this is the image you want to portray. With all this gun violence going on in America right now, with all the schools getting shot up, little kids losing their lives to guns and whatnot, this is the image that you continuously want to see. And it's you think that, oh, he got in trouble for this once and then he did it again. Yeah, it's called being a generational dumbass. And that's exactly what he is at this moment. I fuck with John Morant as a player, but clearly John Morant, the human being, is a generational dummy. There's no 2 ways around it. I don't mean to say that. I don't mean to be like that. I'm just calling it the way I see it, just like I do when I watch a sport, bro. What can I say? This is generational stupidity. It is what it is. You make millions for one, you lost out on like $40 million by not making none of those 3 all NBA teams, which you should have made. But you know you didn't make those teams because of the perception. I always talk about how I don't like the pencil pushers who never play the game get to sit back and dictate how much dudes making the Hall of Fame, first ballot, and all these other type of NBA teams and shit. Yeah, I don't really have I still have a problem with it. But in this instance, Ja, you have to know that that's why that happened. And you still didn't care. And see, that's where I separate from the people who continue to want to baby Ja Morant. Once you make a $40 million mistake and you don't give a damn after that, you willing to still make another mistake. Well, that's just telling me that you as a human being, you either have an addiction to a problem that you ain't talking about, or you're just a generational dumbass. Much like, Vontez Burfict. How many times do you have to, pay out these ridiculous fines for you to stop hitting people and playing the game in such a dirty way? At a certain point in time, I'm not finna keep talking to you about this. It's not finna keep being, well, Ja need to fix the people in his inner circle and, somebody need to talk to Ja. No, Ja need to talk to Ja. It's the same shit I say about Zion Williams. Everybody keep talking about Zion need to get with a vet and he need to do. No, Zion need to look the fuck in the mirror and make a decision. Have I cashed in and I'm done, or do I want to be great? It's as simple as that. Ja Morant need to look in the mirror and ask Ja Morant, is this what we doing? Because if this what we doing, it ain't gonna end too pretty. But I'm pretty sure if he decided that's what he doing, he not gonna talk himself into the real realities of it all. And he gonna keep doing this. And another thing should be mentioned. Why is this so glorified? And listen, I was a child. I was a young buck. I was a teenager. I was a young adult. I get it. But I never touched $1 million during them times. After you touch that type of money, why, knowing how this lifestyle turned out, is this still what you want to portray? You in the NBA, bro. You don't even have to live or be in a situation where you're not a rapper, bro. How they talk about rappers getting killed left and right. That's not you. You're not in that situation. So why put yourself in that situation? You make millions. You don't even have to do that. You are literally the reason other people are eating now. Why risk that? And to the people who gonna be sitting here saying, oh my God, but he didn't do nothing illegal. He in the NBA. He basically did something illegal because it's conduct detrimental to the team. Ja Morant should be suspended for the first month of the season. Now, it'd be hard pressed for me to agree to well, you know what? You know how sometimes I'd be like, I wouldn't do it, but if somebody did do it, I wouldn't be too mad at it. That's the type of situation I am. Minimum is a month for me. But you might got somebody who come in there and say he should get 2-3 months. It'd be hard for me to argue with it because here's my thing. They gave you this type of leniency the first time because I thought you should have got suspended for at least 2 weeks the first time to a month the first time you did it. So why I haven't really went up from that first month this second time baffles me also. I apologize for the people who want me to be more stern, but I'm fair. I would definitely suspend him for a month. You not talking me down from a month, but you could possibly talk me up to 2 months. I don't think you could talk me up to 3 months. You know what? This is going to sound weird. This is going to sound weird. You could not talk me up to 3 months, but you could talk me into a full year of indefinite suspension. Cause I don't really like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 month type shit after the first month. Like to me, 1 month of pay should do the trick. Maybe 2, cause he done this twice. Once we start doing the 3 months, 4 months, 5, now that's fucking up the team and that's fucking up. Like, I don't agree with that. To me, if you're going to do something outrageous like that, just go to the full year like they did with the gambling thing in the NFL. I don't agree with like 1 month, 2 month, 3. Just do the full month. Do the full season if we're going to do that. But I do believe something got to happen to Ja to where he feel it, where this is something that he can actually learn from now, where he realized, and this is what's wild to me. Ja Morant might not ever stop doing what he's doing, but at least stop fucking recording it and putting it on social media, bro. Like, that's the thing. Why do you need social media to see you act like this or portrayed in this image? Like, that's what I don't understand. I can't get this for the life of me. Like, it shit just baffles me, bro. I don't get it. But you know, you got a lot of people out there who, you know, oh, you know, John need to get somebody and talk to him and yada yada. Bro, if this motherfucker don't realize that this is my thing, bro. At some point in time, you just gotta stop babying the motherfucker. He was able to sign a contract, and he did that as a grown ass man. He make all these decisions as a grown ass man, the positive ones. So now all of a sudden he can continuously make this. And John Morant done been in more incidents than this. I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. I was listening to Nick Wright talk about this today. And you know I can't stand Nick Wright, but this motherfucker had me in tears. He was like, you remember that story when they was talking about a red beam was pointed at one of those team buses and they said it was a gun? Well, now I think it was a gun. And I thought it was before. But I really think, I was in tears. Because when they first told that story about somebody from Ja's team in a car pointing a laser beam at the bus, in my mind, I was like, John Morant's crew probably dumb enough to where they would be doing something like that. I mean, you see how active his family get on the court, like his brother, I guess that was, or his homie who was on the court without, like, I don't know, man. Listen, John Morant seemed to be smart enough and intelligent enough and grown enough to sign big deals with Nike, with the Grizzlies, and all these other type of things, Powerade. So he not just a kid all of a sudden who need all this other type of things when he finna lose it all from making dumbass decisions, from being a generational dumbass. John Morant gonna have to make the decision that some people can continue to go up to him and say, oh man, you gotta pick better friends and yada, yada, yada. Bro, clearly John Morant don't hear none of that shit, or he hear it and don't give a damn about none of it. So why would we continue to sit on here and say it? Like I said, at some point in time, John Morant gonna have to make the decision to change and become, and this shit where, you know, John Morant didn't choose to be a public figure. Yeah, you did. You know what come along with being great in the NBA. I don't see you pushing away all the great things that come away with being a superstar and a face in the NBA. But that's my 2 cents. With that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with him. Tell somebody I am fucking that out. Let's start over. As a matter of fact, I'm going to extend the show a quick bit before I get to it because I fucked that up like that. But happy belated Mother Day to all the mothers out there. Tell your mothers you fuck with them and love them. Tell you know what I'm saying? The Big Ma Dukes, the GOAT. If you and your moms don't have a great relationship, don't tell me about that. Don't ruin everybody else's day, bro. Don't be that person. With that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode. Jesus fucking Christ. We got to extend it again. We got to extend. Now I'm being a generational dumbass. We just talked about generational dumbasses, and now look at me. With that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with them. Tell somebody you love them. You could be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody today. Saint out.
Hey, right out. Got my niggas in the bag blowing white outs. We gon' bump this shit real deep into the night hours. Keep it 199, just ain't my style. Sing the time, staring out the window of the night route. They never ever understood for the most part. Hey, wonder how them niggas treated Mozart. Hey, did they try to put him on the Zola? Oh nah, I was penalized for being too alive. 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 I was